Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulil kareem amma ba'd. Today we are starting our third lesson for ilm Sarf. In the previous lesson we studied about how words are transformed from one form to another, and we studied about the 14 types of the words that are present in a paradigm, that are present in a Sarf Kabir, and we studied fi'l Mazi. We started the chapter of fi'l Mazi. We studied active and affirmative tense, and we saw that how those 14 words are changed, are interchanged to give them a new meaning in the form of gender, tense, etc. So now we are starting the third lesson. In this lesson we are going to look at how passive verb is made from active verb. So from the glossary you should remember that we studied that active verb in Arabic is called fi'l ma'ruf, while passive verb is called fi'l majhul. And fi'l ma'ruf is a verb where the doer, the fa'il, is known, while passive verb is a fi'l, it's a verb where doer is not known, rather it's only the fi'l and the maf'ul, which is the verb and the object. So fi'l majhul is made from fi'l ma'ruf in the following manner. So there are three things that should be considered while making fi'l majhul. So for fi'l mazi, the rule of making fi'l majhul is that we take the word from fi'l ma'ruf and we change the diacritical mark of second last letter to kasra. So we change the diacritical mark of second last letter to kasra. This is step 1. And then step 2 is that we convert the diacritical mark of all other mutaharrik letters to zamma except the last letter. So we first changed the second last letter, and then we changed all other letters except the last letter to zamma, and we leave the last letter as it is. So for example, this is a word in front of you, kataba. So we are going to have a look at how we apply these rules and principles on this word. So the first step is to change the diacritical mark of second last letter to kasra. So here the second last letter is ta, so we will change it to kasra, and then it says convert the diacritical mark of all other mutaharrik letters to zamma. So here we have only one mutaharrik letter except the last letter, so we'll change it to zamma and we'll leave the last letter as it is. So kataba will become kutiba. And then the next word we have is ijtanaba. Let's apply the rule on this as well. So ijtanaba, we will first change the diacritical mark of second last letter to kasra. So the haraka of second last letter, the second last letter here is noon, so we'll change the haraka of noon to kasra. Then we'll convert all other mutaharrik letters to zamma. So we have two mutaharrik letters except the last letter, one is ta, so we'll change it to zamma. And then we have alif, so we'll change it to zamma as well. So from ijtanaba, and we will leave the last letter as it is. So from ijtanaba it will become ujutuniba. Okay, so this is how fi'l majhul is made in the fi'l mazi. So this is what they are telling in the book now. This is the extract from the book. So method of making passive past tense. Note 1. Leaving the last letter of third person masculine singular form as such, means as it is, and changing the penultimate letter to maksur if not already is. Penultimate means the second last letter, and convert the remaining letters of the words to mazmum state. It will become passive form of third person masculine singular. So zaraba will become dhuriba. So you also see how the meaning is being changed. So from zaraba it became dhuriba. So zaraba means to hit, and dhuriba, he was hit. So because he is the object and hitting is the verb, and we do not have the doer here, so the meaning of the passive tense is associated with the object and verb only. Then sami'a becomes sumi'a, he was heard. Akrama became ukrima, he was honored. And ijtanaba became ujtuniba, he was refrained. Note 2. All forms of paradigm will be constructed using the same rules as above. So the same rules that we studied previously in the last lesson, how the all the words of fi'l mazi are made from third person masculine singular. For example, for third person masculine dual we add alif, so zuriba will become duriba, and for third person masculine plural we add wow, so zuriba will become duribu, and so on and so forth. You can refer to the last lesson for all the rules and all the identification marks of all the words. Now the next thing is how to make fi'l madi manfi ma'ruf, which means how to make the negative form of fi'l madi. So we have seen how to make the active form, the affirmative active form, and we have seen how to make the passive form, and now we are going to see how to make the negative form. So in order to make the negative form, it's a very simple rule that we just add ma before the word. So fa'ala will become ma fa'ala, fa'ala will become ma fa'ala, fa'alu will become ma fa'alu, and so on and so forth. So this is a very straightforward rule that we just add ma, and ma is called harfun nafi. It's the harfun nafi, means the harf which indicates the meaning of negation. So this is how fi'l manfi is made. So this is what the book is telling us, method of making negative tense. By adding ma at the beginning of affirmative form, we'll change it into negative form. So daraba will become ma daraba, and sami'a will become ma sami'a. So this is it, the end of lesson 3, and in the next lesson inshallah we'll have a look at the paradigms of passive tense and the negative tense.